I'd like to begin by introducing myself. I'm Hamwi, founder of C4 Games, an AI-powered game studio focused on mobile and PC games. Also, we do web. We are a game studio based in Abu Dhabi, but our team is remotely working from all over the MENA region. We've been partners of Ludo AI for the past 2 years. We are focused on utilizing AI tools to enhance the game development processes and to increase the capacity of our production, as well as increase the chances of having polished product for the market. So, as we all know, game design can be a hectic process. It can be very challenging, especially in current times. The market is very, very challenging. There's a lot of game studios that are producing games on a daily basis, whether on mobile or PC. It can be very competitive to stand out and create something unique that resonates with the market. Especially that a lot of game studios are just focused on the US market and the mobile, and the CPI prices are becoming more expensive. It's becoming more hard to penetrate the market and actually make something with good revenue versus how much you're making from versus how much you put for user acquisition. So it can be very challenging. But in current times, with the power of latest AI tools, with recent image generators, LLMs, and a lot of tools out there that can help us with scripting and creating very polished products, I believe that game design process is going to be redefined. And this redefinition comes with tools that we use as a game studio. So I'll be introducing you to how basically C4 Games is utilizing these tools. And these tools basically rely on multiple factors. One of them is the image generators, market analysis, and we even use it for scripting, for all phases from pre-production to production to post-production. And the thing is, currently, a lot of game studios are misunderstanding the importance of pre-production. And I believe if we do focus on pre-production properly, we can create a polished product that can resonate with more audience. So, what we've been doing basically for the past period is that we were trying out game elements with the power of AI. Even before ChatGPT, we've been utilizing OpenAI GPT 3.5 back in 2018, and all the way to 2021. We've been testing game prototypes with big publishers, global publishers, and it's been very interesting on the results that we've got in terms of the CPI, the KPIs that we're trying to hit. So all these game elements that we're talking about, which is like the game mechanic, the game art style, the camera perspective, all these come hand in hand on how we can create a polished product that will resonate with a bigger audience, and therefore have a CPI that is very low and can potentially create a hit game. And that's why we partnered up with Ludo AI, which is the first AI game ideation platform. It's like the Canva of game design. And Ludo AI is focused on offering us almost all the tools that we need as a game studio to do a very enhanced pre-production process, and it supercharged our brainstorming sessions all the way to the prototyping phase. So the way we use Ludo is by basically starting with AI-assisted visual design. The image generator did accelerate the way we created specific assets, specific game elements, or even the mechanic, or how the game storyline would turn out to be, or the art style in general. Plus, what basically benefited us as a game studio is that the games that we work on, we make sure that we go through an enhanced market analysis phase with Ludo, called Ludo Score. And Ludo Score basically is how likely your game is going to succeed in the market. So it helped us in figuring out how likely the game will succeed in the market based on the game elements of our game design document. So while we are creating our game design document in the pre-production phase, and we're brainstorming what to add to it, what to add to our game, which mechanic to use, which art style to use, that all was accumulated to help us basically determine how likely our game will be successful even before we start developing the game, which is very interesting, as most of the competitive part of game design is to create something that is appealing, at the same time something that resonates with the game studio standards and the art style, or the mission. For example, some game studios, they just focus on puzzle games, and they would like to have more ideas related to puzzle games, and that's where it can be an interesting part to use such tool, because you will definitely create something that will stand out with the current Ludo Score segments that we have: chart dominance, trend potential, newcomer impact, and creative edge. For us, we were focusing more on the creative edge in general, and the Ludo Score as well. A creative edge determines how unique our games were like. And recently also we're testing out a very interesting puzzle game with our partners, Blackburn Games. Cheers. We're going into the PC market. We're trying out the game on Steam. It's very interesting. If you check out the game mechanic, it's pretty new. You can't see anything related to this game mechanic, and that's the power of AI and how it can produce game mechanics that were not there in the market before. And that's, for me, I believe it can lead to a new horizon in the game industry, ending up with a new type of game genres, or a new type of games market is evolving on a faster rate. So one of the cool stuff that also we utilize with Ludo is the game design document to Unity code. So directly in your pre-production process, after you create everything related to your game idea that you want to start developing, let's say you want to create a hybrid casual game in mobile, and there's a specific game mechanic that you are interested in. You created something very appealing in the game design document. You filled up all the game elements from the art style, camera perspective, and everything that consists of a processed gameplay. You can simply click on Unity code in your game design document panel, and it will generate your entire game code as a basic architecture to jump into Unity directly. And that's something, in my opinion, is pretty new to the market, on how developers and game designers can jump directly from the pre-production to the production process, and get into having their scripts ready for the Unity game engine. For now, it only supports Unity game engine. There will be a new plugin coming through soon, which as C4, we're very excited to try it out. We also have validating this tool, which I believe is very interesting. It's been helping us a lot on how we can create very quick prototypes before we get into more polished ones and try out the CPIs. So there's also one more interesting thing about the image generator that Ludo offers, is that the image generator is trained on games. It's not like ChatGPT, DALL-E, or Midjourney. They are very general models that are trained on global standards and global information. But when it comes to AI-assisted gameplay ideation in Ludo, we were able to utilize it to come up with pretty polished gameplay images, just like the ones I'm going to show you here. These are some of the examples of gameplay mechanics from diverse mechanics that we tried out. As you can see here, it even shows the user interface. If you try out a gameplay on DALL-E or Midjourney, you wouldn't see any results that have a clear user interface. Therefore, the models are pretty trained to imagine how your gameplay looks like, especially that these examples are only for mobile, so it's not for PC. And as results for us, it makes things easier. From a concept art point of view, you'll figure out exactly how your game will have its feeling, and you'll have like consistent images of the same gameplay, not only just one image. In other cases, it can be very difficult to be consistent in other models like Midjourney. And this also makes it easier for us to jump into production if we see that we can test out a few of these images. We tried doing also some ads to see what type of impressions we can get even prior to any CPI ad user acquisition campaigns, just for testing basically. And we've seen that there are some results that resonate with the market, and there's higher chances for us to try out more games, and especially for mobile, I believe the potential is enormous with such tool. These are some of the game concepts as well we created as a continuum of the previous slide. As you can see here, there's a cute art play game, and it's like a space shooter sort of gameplay. There's an entire branded gameplay experience, Thermally Master, Galactic Architect. It's like a space shooter as well, UFO that attacks cities. And I believe there are so much advantages that I cannot only mention in this presentation. There's more to explore for yourself in how you can utilize current tools to supercharge your production and pre-production processes, and even in the post-production. And as C4, we're focused on creating more of these experiences to deliver as well more solutions that I've been also sharing on my LinkedIn publicly, about what we can offer as a game studio to also inspire other game studios to come along and try out the current tools in the market. Not specifically Ludo, but there are a lot of tools that can definitely help in specific phases of game design. And that's pretty much it. I'm more than happy to have your questions and answer it.
So yeah, you used Ludo to do pre-production, conceptualization, everything else. Does it actually, where's the point where you actually get to making the game? If that's just more the pre-production and that side of things, does it actually allow you to do the game within that platform, or is that something you take that information and then build the game?
Okay, so it's basically it's like you create your pre-production process when you want to get into the production. What it can help you with basically is creating your basic architecture code for your game, and you can create assets from your game design document, which is like 2D assets at the moment. I believe maybe in the future there will be 3D assets as well. So that's how we can get into the production phase from Ludo. But it's not yet capable of creating entire gameplays on its own, which I believe is still a bit early.
Yeah,